Been almost a year since comedy's queen of shock, Kathy Griffin, crossed the line. The image of her holding a mask of what looked like Donald Trump's severed head is still so controversial, CBC won't let us show it unblurred. Soon after she posted that photo, Trump lashed out at her on Twitter, saying she should be ashamed of herself. And the First Lady put out a statement saying it makes you wonder about the mental health of the person who did it. The whole Trump family piled on. Don Jr. weighed in too.
Naturally, I was pretty disgusted. Everyone who's watching right now saw what happened. They saw my father's response. They saw the First Lady's response about her son and how it affected him. She deserves everything that's coming to her.
Uncharacteristically, Griffin, who never apologizes, said she was sorry.
I sincerely apologize. I am just now seeing the reaction of these images. I'm a comic. I crossed the line. I moved the line, then I cross it. I went way too far.
But the damage was done because in a flash, Griffin went from the D-list, the name of her show, to the no-fly list. She says she was under investigation by the president's Secret Service for a conspiracy to assassinate the president. Her livelihood shriveled up almost overnight. CNN dropped her from their New Year's Eve broadcast with Anderson Cooper. Her cross-country comedy tour was canceled. Later, Griffin decided to fight back, and now she's back on the road, taking her Laugh Your Head Off tour, get it, to Europe and now North America, starting in Canada in May. And Kathy Griffin joins us now from Los Angeles. I haven't seen you for a while. How are you doing?
Well, I'm in the middle of a scandal, perhaps you've heard.
So I knew about the scandal and the fallout and what happened to your career and so on, but I didn't know that you were actually interrogated by the Secret Service.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that in addition to Trump personally going for me, Jeff Sessions, the Attorney General, and the entire Department of Justice also went for me. And you know, for 2 months, I was under a federal investigation. It cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars in legal bills, of course. And if you didn't like that picture, that's fine. But that picture was legal. It's very much covered by the First Amendment. And at the same time, believe it or not, the FBI was contacting me and saying, Ms. Griffin, we understand you're under what's called a credible threat. So it was a very bizarre time. And the death threats were innumerable. They still are. Never before has this happened where a president has used the power of the Oval Office, the First Family, the Department of Justice, Fox News, the entire right wing as well as alt-right media to target an American citizen and decimate her.
Doesn't sound like you're backing down. I thought you apologized. What happened to that?
Oh, I took it back and I regretted it.
So I've noticed, I don't think you have a lot in common with Donald Trump, but there is one thing, like he, like you, loves outrage, loves celebrities or loves to hate celebrities or mock them. And we seem to live in this world now where shocking and mocking is kind of the way to get attention. And you do that, he does that. Is that what you have to do for people to pay attention these days?
No, because I actually take issue with that's what I do. You know, you can classify my comedy as mocking, but I don't think so. I mean, this is a craft I've been working at and been winning awards for decades. I've also broken barriers for women, so I kind of don't like that part discounted because it's really important to me, and I'm kind of putting my life on the line by even doing this tour. So it's important to know there's a really big difference between what I do on stage and have been doing and Donald Trump doing like a 7-year-old level, like name-calling tweet.
So you're really backing down, in other words?
Exactly. I'm not scared of that fool. Like, it's, you know, his army has descended upon me, and guess what? I survived.
We live in a really polarized time right now, and does this kind of comedy, does it make things worse, or does comedy about Trump's extremes make things better? Like, what is the rule here?
The rule is it makes things better because I feel really strongly it's my job. And also feeling like comics have a real role in social expression. And this is something that touched my life. It couldn't have touched my life more. So when people say stuff to me like, stay in your lane and just talk about pop culture, I'm like, the president and his family are personally trying to decimate me, as well as the Department of Justice. It is historic. And I want to make people aware of this because I honestly believe if it could happen to me, it could happen to you.
CBC policy has it that we still have to blur your photo. When we show that photo, we have to blur the head.
It's a mask with ketchup. It's not a head.
You don't get people being upset because it's fake?
No, because it's a mask with ketchup. But I do think it's funny that you said head because some of the news, like when the news first hit about the photo, all these journalists were going, Kathy Griffin takes a picture with a severed head. And I was thinking at home, thinking, a head? Like, you think I went to Severed Heads R Us or the Severed Head Warehouse? Like, first of all, it wasn't anyone's severed head. It was a Halloween mask. So I think it's open to interpretation. But I will say the good thing is the more time that passes and the more really scary and crazy things that Trump and all the rest of that crazy kleptocracy do, then people are definitely more forgiving of my photo.
Would your joke be funny now or acceptable now?
It's so funny because so many people have come up to me and said, oh, if that picture had happened post-Weinstein, none of this would happen. So timing, I guess, is everything.
Angry women are in.
Yes, and I am very angry. I mean, I'm hilarious, but I'm angry. And so when I went overseas, everybody there got it, and they're used to that kind of imagery and not freaked out by it. And then when I started to think of doing North America, the North American leg of the tour, you know, I'm not crazy. Of course I'm starting in Canada.
Why? Why are you starting in Canada?
Because I heard from more Canadians than anyone around the world. And by the way, you're talking to the 8th most Googled person of last year. Thank you very much. And then Canada is from the beginning saying, come on over here, we get it, it was harmless, no harm, no foul, you shouldn't be put through this. And I also have to be honest, if we're being honest here, I also think there was quite a bit of misogyny and sexism in play here.
It's been great to talk to you, Kathy, and yeah, I guess Canadians will see you at Massey Hall and other big venues around Canada. Thanks so much.
Of course, thank you.